Trying to get that a little bit more level looking. Hello everyone, it's Michelle from michelesinkitstampit, and I am back today, and I told you we would make tags on the next one. Now on my next video we're working in the second no-sew journal. This is book 2, and so we need to put some ephemera in here, so I thought I would work on a couple of things, and that I'd do it with my Cricut because everybody seems to like to know how to do that. So this is the new screen. Mine just did an update, so I thought I'd show you everything. So this shows you what you could do. This here shows you kind of what's going on, so you can go through those. Oh, let's see, they had coloring pages. They're not new, but they've I don't use them a lot, so I thought I used to use them when the grandkids were little. I would print up those things and they could color them in. They used to have a blast with those. So anything you want to look for that's here, like if you wanted to do back to school things, I'm sure they have the signs that you could create for first day of school, the stickers, anything for your pets there. New this week, so you can click on that and see what's new. So if you click on that, it's going to show you everything that they just dropped in. So, and they always have how to do something. This DTF, I'm not sure what that stands for. We could look at it, but it's some kind of transfer, print transfer, so that you can put them on things. Oh, there's new fonts out. That's always fun to look at. New images, new from the community. So there's all that. So let's go back home. Okay, so you have your home and your canvas here, so you can go between those two. I think I already set up, let's see, on my canvas, what did I have? They had these file folders. And so I thought, well, that would be fun to make for the journal too. So I imported that, put that in, and it'll give you all the instructions on how to make them. You can follow that. I always go into, let's see, I probably can't go back. So let's, here, let's just get out of this. Yeah, let's go back to Cricut. It just did an update this morning, so it shouldn't have to update. Okay, so the canvas is not there because I haven't told it what I want it to do. So let's see, I bookmarked it earlier, so it's going to be here. So when you click on these, this is a junk journal file folder. So, and you know, I love my junk journal stuff. Oh, this is 2 styles in there too. So you can either make it or you can edit a copy. I bookmarked it, so that's what I did here, and then I loaded it into my junk journal folder that I have, so it's in there. And then if you want to just make it as is, you could just click make it, but then you can't change anything on it. So I never upload it that way. I upload it as edit the copy. So then when I click on it, now I can change the size, I can unattach things. This has the score mark attached to it. That's probably what, if you did that, it would unattach that, which is the dotted line here. And then it has a tab, which you can do. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways of doing this. And then it has, let's see if we move this over. Let's close out of that there. Okay, so if if so it has the file folders, so one on the right, sorry, I'm dyslexic, can you tell? One on the left, one in the center, one on the left, one on the right, and one in the center. And then this one is a plain piece that has the edge pieces to it. So we'll do that at the end, I think, because I told you we would make tags, so let's go back to that first. Okay, so let's go back to home, and it says, what type are you looking for? So I only have to do type in tag. I don't type in tags because it'll bring up tags, but it'll show, you know, all that anyway. So let's get out of that, and oh, I probably have to enter it. So now it's going to show me all the images with either tag in the writing or in the that's written up as tag in the title or in the spelling of the word, whatever word they're having. I don't they have all kinds of tags, so you can go through it. They have some that have cutouts in them that are cute. Today I think I'm just going to do some plain ones because I want this is a 3.5 inch tag, so let's put that in there. We'll do that as one of them. Okay, like I said, I added a copy. I have what do you call it? Let's see if it shows it on there. Oh, here's one way of doing it too. It's the same tag, but only the Cricut version of it. It has the A up here, so that means that it's a subscriber thing. So, and I do subscribe. I can't think of the name of it now, what it's called. Okay, but if you do it like this and we edit a copy, if I make it, I have to make it just like this. So you can see that it's got for there. You can see what it's going to cut out there. I don't know if this has any directions for you. Just gives you other project tags that you could use that for. Okay, so let's edit the copy. We'll keep this. It didn't add in my... I just changed the size of that or moved it somewhere, so I'm going to undo, which is right there, and it's going to put everything back the way it was. Okay, let's go down, make sure it didn't put a copy of that tag in there. It didn't. Okay. Now it's not letting me move over. I'm gonna have to put my keyboard back on there. See if I can do this with the that's going to take a while. Usually I could just hold it down and it would go up, but it's not doing that. I wonder if I could just hit this corner if it would go. No. I gotta move it up. Okay. Minus it to 100% there. And then, so what I could do is go to images. So you would find where it says images here. And I'm going to type in tag again. Oh, it's right there at the top. So we'll just do that. All right. So I'd like to do this tag. Oh, I was going to show you how to take that out. So let's put this one in there. Usually when they're in the black like that, it's a free shape or design, so you can use that. Oh, I like these narrow ones too. So if you don't have the subscriber one, I can't think of what that's called. Oh my gosh. I'm drawing a complete blank on there. Okay, here's just a simple one too. So let's bring those in. To close this out, there's a little arrow on that folder tab there. So that gives you the free goings on, but let me get to, was it this one that had the design on it? Yeah. Okay, so let's put undo. I don't know why it's doing that, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so when you have this open, it has that hole in there, the heart. So if you don't want that, up here is your design tab here, or your edit tab, and it says contour. So if it has the contour and it's not grayed out, you can tap on that, and then it's going to put it in this way. So here's the circle up here, here's the heart here. I only want to take out the heart, okay? So I don't want that to cut that out. So now I'm gonna, okay, let's see, contour, heart, okay, apply. They move stuff around all the time, so. All right, so now the heart is gone. Okay, and if you wanted it back, you did that, you would just click the undo. Or you would click in the thing. So let me show you this again. Got that. We go to our contour tab, hit the heart, apply. Okay, and if I didn't want that, now I see that and I want to put it back in, then I just click it back again, and you'll have to do apply again. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions about that, just leave the comments in the comment. Leave me the comment, your question or the comment down below, and I'll answer it for you. If you wanted to take out, so I know I want that up, but I think we already have that on there, that tab. So if I wanted the hole taken out, if I didn't want the hole cut, I would do that, which normally I don't have the coal. I will take that out just like this. I'm going to apply it. So now the hole's gone and that's gone, because if I change the size to it, sometimes it makes a bigger hole, but my hole reinforcers don't fit it. So I'll take that hole out on all of these. So that way I can just use my hole punch to make the hole that I want where I want it. Okay, makes sense? Hopefully so. I don't know why I can't move that way. That doesn't make sense to me. Must have been in one of the I want to hide all of this stuff. So what I'm going to do is go in from here, and sorry, let me do that with this hand. So if I go in from here and touch down below in the square, and I want to do it in the furthest one over, well, it should do them all anyway. Yeah, it did. Okay, so I want to hide this for now. Let's see here. Okay, they move stuff around again. If I wanted to get rid of it, I could delete it there. I could duplicate it for the attach. That's ungroup. We want to group it again. I'd probably just rather undo it. Undo. So that way it stays grouped. Okay, so let's go here to layers. So I'm going to do this attached, because everything that's attached in that one area, they did change this, but this is the easiest way to do it anyway. So under your layers, let me do that again for you so you see it. Do you see the pencil here? So right here, there is these little boxes. So that's all your layers that are in that. Okay, so let me, if I group all these together, if I get all three of those in and then hit the layers, it's going to show me everything that's in that. So these are the three that do that. So when I do that, I know I want to hide this all, but I'm just going to go through and hide all those. So that hides it. It's still there, and I can still have it whenever I want it. I just open the eyeball back up. So if I touch on this, it opens it back up. Okay, so now I just have my tags in there. So let's get, right here is the X to close that. That doesn't have anything to do with all this other stuff. So I'm going to tap on that. Okay, I guess because it was highlighted, it wouldn't let me close it. But here's all your layers again. So you can get back in there and open those eyeballs. So I have this up here, I have this here. I'm going to go in. I've got this one here. Okay, that doesn't let you close the eyeball. But why don't I have the contour? I can see the contour there, but it's grayed out. Okay, so let's start with this one. I'm going to take out that circle, close that. Oops, because you know what I did? I didn't hit the apply. Of course, I guess I didn't take it out then either. So there it is, out, and then apply. Okay, and then this one, contour. I want to close that circle and apply. So now I can move that over there, and this one, contour. I want to take out that circle and apply. I guess it's probably good that I have that. Now I don't know why this one is grayed out, so let me go find another one in images. I still have my tags up. Okay, let's try this one. Let's close this down. That's funny that you can't do the, there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the contour. I'm going to close that and apply. So this one now I'm just going to get rid of it. So right here on the delete, I'm just going to click that. That one's gone. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I could actually get rid of this one because that was the one with the heart on it, and we already have that one up over here. Okay, so I want to resize this. So when it's tapped and you have the square or rectangle around it, you want to go up to size, and I don't need a tag that's 11 inches tall. And sometimes you go by the width, sometimes you go by the height. But if this is locked, if the little lock is locked, it will reshape your tag accordingly. So let's go in here and let's say I'm going to backspace out of my keyboard, and let's say I want to, can you see my keyboard? Yeah, okay. So let's do a 3.5. Okay, so there's that tag, and that made the height 5.9. So that's almost 6 inches. So now if I want to unlock it, because I want it that wide, but I don't want it that high. Let's say I want it 5.5. So let's do 5.5. So now it won't keep the shape, it'll narrow it up, but the shape stays the same for everything else. Okay, so we got this one. So let's say this shape here, well, that was funny because it kept that. So this will show you here that it's 3.5 by 5.5. Okay, so now I want this one, and let's say I want to make it pretty long. So let's measure. Let's measure our book. So 8.5, because it's an 8.5 inch piece of paper. And I don't want it any wider than 5.5, but I want it long and skinny anyway, so I don't want to, I want to make it at least, so you have to click in the size again, where the size is, because once you open that up, that's 3.75. So let's see what it looks like if I keep it at, what did I say, 8.5? So let's do 8.25, so 8.25. Okay. So that's pretty long, but I think I would like one that's long anyway. And then this one, and here's, you can see it's got the color in there. So here's how you change the color of that. If you, for what we're doing, just cutting them out, it doesn't matter because my cardstock is already have a color on it. I don't want to do these at the print then cut, but I'm gonna show you what we're gonna work on here. Okay, so let's move this up to the top. Now it's funny that that'll let me just hold on the button here. Okay. I guess I was probably off screen for that. Let me move this up as far as I can here. Can you see my, yeah. So if I hold those up or down, it's gonna, the up and down page, it's going to move those where I want it to go. It's not going to have anything to do with how it's going to cut out on the paper. Okay, so let's do this one. And here's the size. And that's 3 inches tall, so let's make this one 5 inches. Okay. So I'm just going to move that off over here. And this one, I want to make this 4.75. And I didn't hit the size, so it didn't change anything. So let's go to the height and say 4.75. Okay. And that only made it almost 3 inches wide, so that should be okay. I've got those 4, so let's do them all as bigger tags. So let's say, whoops, I could have just changed the 5 in there, 5.75. Okay. So now you can kind of see where they all, whether you have one that's close to being the same or they're all a little bit different. Let's change this one. Let's change that size. I got that at 5.75. So let's do that one at 6.5. 6.5. Okay. So now I have some pretty big difference, I think, in my sizes. What did I say the size was on that? That's 5.5. Let's do that one at 6.75. Okay. I like that range of sizes there. So again, this doesn't have anything to do with how it's set up on your mat. If you want to do that, you have to put where you're going to do it. But let's go to make and let's see how it cuts out, because I'll show you. It's going to cut out per color. Okay, so let's cancel this. And let's go to see where it says color materials. I'm going to change these all to one color. It doesn't matter which one you do, because I just want it to cut out on one mat if I can. Now we're going to make it, and they pretty much will show up on one mat. So mat 2, we only have that one. Okay, so let's go here. There's 3 dots. You can arrange it sideways if you want, or back up. I'm going to go to the 3 dots. It says move object or hide object. I'm going to say move object, and I want to put it on this mat. Confirm. Okay, so now I'm going to bring it over here. And I'm going to put it in there. I will put it that way, I guess. So now it's going to cut out all of those from one sheet of 12 by 12. I'm going to put this on top. Okay. My mat's getting less sticky, so let me take this apart here. I'm going to move it over here. I want to get a good I have it crooked on here, but it's not going to really matter, okay? It's not going to cut out the best, but it's okay for what we're doing. All right. When my mat is not very sticky, I just use painter's tape. This one's going to cut out right to the edge, so I'm going to get as close to that as I can. This one won't matter over here, so we can put that on a little stronger. Because you can see in this corner over here at the far side, where's my pencil at? I probably got that underneath everything. All right, so right in this corner here, the image doesn't touch over there, and it doesn't touch in either of these corners either. So that's kind of what I look at to do my taping. So now this one I'm going to go as far over as I can on the corner, and that's going to keep this from shifting because my mat is older and it's not as sticky anymore. So nothing's worse than cutting out your paper and your paper slides all over the place. Okay, so I have that. I'm going to load this into my mat. Let's see. I'm going to go to continue because I think my Cricut is off. Yeah. Oh no, it's on. My light doesn't work anymore, so I have medium cardstock, and you can select, if you go to browse all materials, you can find what you're cutting on. I like this cardstock 80 pounds. I do put it on more pressure. It seems to work the best with my machine. Okay, and then when I load that up, okay, it wasn't turned on. So we're going to load it up. Okay, I'm going to use the load area. Load arrow was blinking. And let's see, you can't see that. Let me move my camera over here for just a second. Hopefully that will. Okay. My load arrow, this is my Cricut machine sign. Let me bring this down over here. So this is my machine on off. When it's on, it's lit. But when it hooks up to the internet, it is not, it doesn't light up anymore. Yours will turn dark blue. This is the load arrow, which is what I pushed, and now the Cricut cut is ready. So I'm going to hit the cut, and it's going to start cutting that out. Sorry, I'm kind of shaky. And what I didn't do was hit the fast cut. And I'm sure it was available, so you can kind of see the cut lines where it does it. See if I can put you at an angle where you can see it. Okay, I'm going to put you back up over here for now. That should be done. I think it just has one more to cut. You can see it tells you the percentage of the cut that's done. Okay. Then the cut arrow, or the load arrow is going to blink again. So you just take it out. And here's all the and this is mainly for demonstration purposes. Okay, these are too big probably to use in my journal. I like this one. I'll probably use that. This one I can use too. No, that one I can use. No, I can use them. We'll just do it. We'll have some fun with it, see what happens, okay? Alright, so I'm done with the Cricut. This is what my mat looked like, all cut out. Right, so, and you could see there was plenty of room for this tag to get moved up here. Sometimes I'll just peel this back and leave it on there. So that way when I put the whole sheet on again, I just have to fold it down. Sometimes it will rip your the top paper off. Okay, I'm gonna go put my mat away so I don't get too much dirt on it, because that's what really makes them go bad fast, is when you leave them out and they get dust and dirt all over them. They collect it. Oh yes, they do. All right. So I promised you tags today, so we are doing tags. All right, I'm gonna put this to sleep. And set that over here, because I don't think we'll use that anymore. Would have been nice to do them on different colors, because then you could see what they're doing. So I have all my paper. Oh, I was going to show you this too, because I told you I had this dresser doily that I got at one of the estate sales. I had also gotten this bank bag, and I've washed it 3 times now. This stain didn't come out, but that's okay, because I think this is a raw edge part. I think I could cut it and not worry about it. If so, I could just do a little flip under and do it. So it has that, and I thought if I put this on here so that you could still see the Bank America, and then I could just fold this around, glue that on, and then I have a bag to be able to put my journal in when I'm done with it. Okay, I could even put a couple of journals in here if I wanted to keep it long. So what do you think about that? Let me know in the comments below if you like it. I'd have to figure out exactly where the center part was, but I thought, oh, I like that. And that way I wouldn't have to cut this up. I was thinking, how could I use this without cutting it all up? Because it's too big to fit on my covers. I would have to definitely cut it or fold it inside. But what do you think? Yes? No? Maybe? All right, let me fold this back up and get it out of the way here. We can get started on this. So I have these, and I have this too. Showed you these. This is one side of it, this is the other side, so I'll leave them like that. How's that? And I have all my papers that I've been using here, and I have all my papers that I've been using for the things, so we can use all our little bits and pieces to cover, to collage on these, so that it kind of makes it cohesive that way. All right, so I have this one piece right here, which is kind of cool. And then I can cut off anything else that that I don't like on it, or I can use it this way, which will probably be the better thing. So I think I want to get some papers going up and down on that, and then we'll see how this works. So I have this one here too, which I could use. Let's see, which one will this fit on? Probably works best on that, or does it go good on one of these? Yeah, let's use it there. So I'll kind of just get started with some stuff. Okay, I have this polka dot one, so let's put some of that there. I probably don't want that thick of a piece. Maybe we can use this over here on this one. Except for I'll probably tear that off because it's kind of unsightly. Well, that will work there. We could have some book page. I have my itty bitty pieces in here that are plain. So let's see, we can go there and then just cut that off. Okay, this one I can probably glue down. Let me move my book, and I think we'll try to glue right here. I do have this too, so I'll probably use that somewhere. Set it there for now. And let's put this under here. This one I wanted to glue that down first, because it's not going to matter if I cut that up. Lots of big rigs going by. And then sometimes what you can do is just go completely around. This has glue on it, so I could just fold that back up. And it doesn't matter if it's going upside down or not. Just cut that off. Sorry, hope I wasn't off screen on that. All right, so I got that. Let's see, I'm going to stick this over here so I can leave that open. Oh, some of my favorite. Let's put him on there because I want to cut off the corner part. Okay. I go quiet when I collage because it's very relaxing. Okay, so let's set this here and go out just a bit.